Mehmet Gokgoz moves among the tombstones with the grace of a proud father and stops by a familiar grave to pray.
On
October 2014, while we were celebrating Eid, my son was killed by the HDP party and the PKK while he was helping the poor. For me, the HDP means the PKK. On the 6th, 7th and 8th October that year, the HDP's leader, Selahattin Demirtas, called on their supporters to take to the streets. Diyarbakir became a war zone.
Mehmet is referring to the riots of 2014 in southeastern Turkey. The HDP had called on its supporters to hold large demonstrations in support of the Syrian city of Kobani, a densely Kurdish populated city along Turkey's border that at the time was besieged by Daesh. The HDP wanted Turkey to open up a border passage for YPG militants to march into Kobani for support. But for the Turkish government, that was a red line, as it considers the YPG as a Syrian offshoot of the PKK terror group. The PKK has waged war against the Turkish state for decades and is responsible for the deaths of more than 40,000 people, including civilians. The old city of Sur lies in the center of Diyarbakir. This was one of the battlegrounds between the PKK terror group and Turkish forces, but heavy fighting also took place on the outskirts of the city in the mountains. Ali Aykut lives in a Kurdish village in Diyarbakir with his wife. 2 years ago, his son was killed by the PKK while he was serving in the Turkish military.
Damn the PKK. They killed my son. He had a wife and 2 kids. Turks and Kurds are brothers. The PKK have nothing to do with the Kurds.
His wife Ayşe hung the Turkish flag in front of her house, despite negative reactions from her neighbors.
I'm ready to give everything for this country. I have already given my most precious possession, my son.
Many mothers in this region share Ayşe's pain. And with the election less than a month away, they're not convinced whether the HDP could provide relief.
The HDP is a democratic political party. According to the constitution, they're as legitimate as any other party in parliament. You can look at the HDP in 2 ways, either as a solution, one that would move it from violence to politics, or as a problem.
Back in the city of Diyarbakir, Mehmet Gokgoz wonders whether a solution is really in range. But despite all he has lost, he still retains the hope that somehow things will be looking up. Omer Kablan, Straight Talk.